Hey there, my name is Eric Stephenson, and in this video, I'm going to reveal how to avoid the pitfalls that force most new entrepreneurs to choose between working 80 hours or more a week or simply folding up shop. And from what I've seen, most new entrepreneurs, when they have a business idea that solves a problem in the marketplace, but they don't have a big budget to go hire employees or to build a lot of infrastructure, this is what they do. First, they've got to build that product or service, make sure it delivers all of the value that they promise, make sure it actually helps people solve the problem that they claim to solve, and then they got to test it and QA it and make sure there aren't any weird bugs that make people get stuck. And once that's done, they've got to shift gears into a marketing mindset where they have to go out and create awareness of their product. They've got to get people's attention. They've got to communicate all of those benefits that their product or service accomplishes. And then once they have interested prospects from that activity, they got to shift gears again. They got to sell the thing. They got to overcome customer objections. They got to determine the pricing. They got to collect payment, figure out all the terms, and just walk people through the process of actually buying their product. And when they're successful there, they've got to shift gears again. They got to figure out how to fulfill and deliver that product or service. And depending on what kind of product or service it is, this may or may not be very difficult. And then finally, for the people who actually do buy, you've got to provide customer service. If it's a technical product, you've got to provide tech support. You've got to make sure that your customers are really getting that value from buying the product. And as an entrepreneur, if you're doing all of these things all the time, and you really only have a limited amount of time, well, you know, that's pretty difficult and pretty time consuming, and you're not really mastering anything. But fortunately, there's an easier way to start a business. See, when you focus on and get really good at doing just one thing, you can avoid all of these headaches. You can avoid the headaches of trying to do everything and only doing everything semi-well, but not doing anything really, really well. And see, if you can do one thing over and over and over and over and over and get really good at it, you're going to be much more a threat than the guy that's a jack of all trades and master of none. In fact, I think it was Bruce Lee that said, "I fear not the guy that's practiced 10,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." So what freelance marketers do is they go find an offer where all this heavy lifting is already done. Somebody else has built and designed the product and makes sure that it delivers all of the value that they promise. Someone else has designed the offer and the pricing and tested it to make sure it works with the marketplace. Someone else is responsible for actually doing all the selling and overcoming all the customer objections. Someone else is responsible for delivering and fulfilling that product, and someone else handles the customer service, refunds, complaints, making sure the technology all works. You don't have to deal with any of that as a freelance marketer. Instead, what we do is we go out and we find offers that have already been built by somebody else. We make sure that those offers deliver the value that we promise. We make sure that we can get behind them 100% and we believe in them and that we're enthusiastic about them. And we make sure that they convert really well and sell really well. And then we go find a target audience of people who might be interested in that offer, and we just put that offer in front of the audience. And when we do that really, really well, it can be extremely lucrative, and we just earn commissions for successfully selling that product to our target audience. And to get started with freelance marketing, you don't need to deal with any of these headaches. You don't have to go out and spend thousands of dollars and years getting a college degree just to master the skills. In fact, there's many examples of people who are 7-figure marketers or even more who never ever finished college. You don't have to go out and pester your friends and family to get involved in your business that they're ultimately just going to see as shady and not want to get involved with anyway and ruin your relationships with your friends and family. You don't have to recruit people into some MLM style compensation plan where you have to go get 3 people who get another 3 people who get another 3 people and so on and so forth, where you have some weird compensation plan that only Stephen Hawking can decode. You don't have to get into drop shipping and potentially get kicked off the internet for using a site like Alibaba.com that, sites like Facebook don't like. And quite frankly, you don't need to have a huge starting budget, especially a budget where you need to go out and hire employees and build all this infrastructure. You can do this for, just a few dollars a day, really. So now that you understand how simple this is, you're probably wondering, well, is that it? Is there anything else I need to understand in order to become a successful freelance marketer? And the answer is, of course. There's no way it's humanly possible for me to pack enough actionable information into a 5-minute video that'll lead you to become an overnight success. That's just not possible. But I would say, if this is something that you are truly interested in, that the very next best step for you is to register and attend one of my free live training sessions that I put on about once a week. So to make it easy for you, somewhere around here, I put a link that you could click on that'll give you all the information you need to register and save your seat for the next live training. So just go ahead and click on that link, make sure you register, and a whole new world of possibilities will open up for you. And after all, that's why you're here watching this video, right? So go ahead right now, click that link.